Hey guys, Sure Shot Midget here. I'm doing a really quick review on this Lonex bucking. Now I just got this, and I sighted my rifle in. Now I bought a new bolt carrier for this M16, and it has yet to get here. But I slapped a nozzle in this old one, this old bolt carrier, and sighted it in. And then I took the nozzle out, ready to put my new bolt carrier. So this is the old one without a nozzle, so I won't be able to shoot it. But I did sight it in for about 200-ish feet. It was about 210, 220 feet. I put targets way out in the woods, and I was shooting, and the BBs were like dropping as they were hitting the target. I hope you know what I mean by that. But like they were just starting to drop at the target, just starting to drop. So, I will test it out a little bit more. I won't give you guys an update on it, but so far this bucking seems really good. It's pretty hard, which would be good for, to be honest, I think hard buckings are just good for gas bullet rifles in general. I also noticed how with the stock WeTech buckings, when you shoot on full auto or even like burst type stuff, the BBs will hardly go anywhere. Sometimes they'll shoot like 2 feet out of the barrel. Whereas with this, I was doing, this trigger box is really worn out. And it's doing 2-round bursts, and I would, pull the trigger and it would do 2 rounds, the full 2 rounds, and they shot pretty much in the same spot. So it's not like it was crapping up like it used to. So that's a plus. Also, it seems to fit the barrel better when you put it together, put the bucking on the barrel. It's definitely, what's the word? It's definitely like a better fit. It's snug on there. It stays. So it can't move around. You won't get any play at all. It might even be too tight, but it should break in. Now, I did shoot outside. Like I said, it's got the stock WeTech hop-up and barrel and the Lonex bucking, and I was getting some good results. And these buckings are not very much more than a stock WeTech bucking. I think it's like maybe $1 more, maybe not even more. I don't remember exactly, but it's like a $5 bucking. So I would experiment with some buckings. I got the Angel Custom bucking, and that only worked well for one game. I went out and fielded it, and it worked well. But other than that, it ripped really easily because it was way too soft of a bucking, and it was twice as much as this. So I think I'm going to keep this. I would probably replace these buckings after about 10,000 rounds. That just tends to be a good idea. After about 10,000 rounds, it'll start to either rip or get worn out. So probably within 10,000 rounds, I'll go ahead and order another one. $5, that's an insanely good deal. So far I do like it. The material seems good. It's nice and thick. It's not soft like I said. And it has, when your BB gets, I don't know if I can get this on camera without disassembling this, and I don't want to, but it's hard to describe, but when the BB goes into the chamber, it holds on to the BB a little bit better. It's kind of like what I've noticed with KWA's buckings and their pistols. They'll start to swell and they'll hold on to the bucking or the BB, and they'll like overhop like freaking insane. That's what it looks like to me. But this bucking is not sensitive to lubricant. Okay, so this will not do that. But it looks just like it because it's holding on to the BB very nicely. And when you fire, and then it goes through the little lump on the top of the bucking that spins your BB, if you know what I'm talking about. So it's like really tight in there. You put a BB down in there, and it's going to be solid. Now that might bring your FPS down a little bit because it's adding more hop. Or it's adding more force to your BB. It's holding on to it a little bit more. Didn't chrono it. I did put a seal washer inside my nozzle to bring the FPS down. With my stock WeTech bucking, it was at 350 with .30s and like 70-degree weather, like upstairs. It's colder down here. So that's the FPS that I want. 350 with .30s. It's got to be below 400 with .2s, and that's what it never went above 400 with .2s, so I should be set. Like I said, I'm waiting for my bolt carrier, some nozzle parts. I have a spare nozzle, and then the bolt carrier that I'm getting is coming with some nozzle parts, but I have some parts to fix the nozzle, so I'll have a full bolt carrier with the nozzle and a whole new spare nozzle, and I'll have like a spare front part to a nozzle, the M4 nozzle. So I have lots of spares. The bolt carrier is slightly used. It had about, I think, 5,000 rounds put through it, but Yeah, it looks in pretty good condition, much better than the one I have. It still has everything working, all the screws and everything are nothing stripped. So I can't wait till that should have gotten here actually yesterday, and it's not even here today. The Canadian mail sucks. They like misplaced it like almost a week ago, and then he had to go to the post office, and then they had to resend it because they screwed up. So, and it should have been here yesterday, even by them resending it. And it's not here today. And I looked and it still says it's in transit. It left, Canada's border or whatever. So it's on a truck on its way to my house, pretty much, or a van, or whatever you want to call a car, or whatever. I take it's probably a truck because it's not air or anything. Otherwise, it would probably be here already. So I won't make another video when it gets here tomorrow. If it gets here tomorrow, I'll just put my nozzle in it, and I'll go probably shoot a mag or two through it just to see, just to make sure. But it was shooting pretty dang good. When I put it in there, I did have to adjust my hop-up and my scope. I noticed it was shooting a little bit to the left, a good bit to the left, so I adjusted it, and then I added some hop and also put the reticle down, so now it overhops from closer range, but it wasn't as bad as my other bucking was, where it was overhopping a lot from close range. But I mean, my consistency, it's a lot better. I shot about 40 rounds, 50 rounds through it, and it was pretty dang consistent through it all. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'll just, like I said, I'll put like a mag or two, probably about 40 rounds through it tomorrow when I get my bolt carrier, just to test it out outside, because it's warmer. It's about 45, 50 degrees out. It's warming up. So I'll just shoot it outside a little bit. Other than that, I won't give you an update when I field this. Most likely it'll have the Lonex bucking. I'll probably tell you in the description whether or not I've swapped it out. But I don't want to spend more money on this gun. I mean, my trigger control grip is already just destroyed. It's 2-round burst. I pull the trigger and let it go, it fires. I pull the trigger, it fires. I let it go, it fires. When I pull it fast, it just fires twice. It's retarded. This trigger, the fire control grip, I'm really disappointed with these stock WeTech parts. The last 2 times I've had the WeTech parts, they have blown out way too quickly with under 5,000 rounds. The first trigger parts I had in the trigger box lasted like 12 to 13,000, and now these are not lasting any more than 5,000. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm buying them used, but they're like slightly used, like they've only had like 100 rounds to them, both of those sets, and they just have been crap. So I think I'm going to buy a steel set, but I literally don't have any money. I'm selling a gearbox to somebody, but then I have to pay my brother back. And then I'm going to be keeping the rest of the money for a MOSFET. So unless I can sell something, I'm done. I cannot afford. I'll probably field it like this, 2-round burst. I mean, the warmer it's getting, it won't, the cooldown will be better. It's not like it'll start freezing up, when I'm getting 2-round bursts. Because the faster you shoot a gas gun, the more it freezes. So it's not like, I'm shooting in super cold weather anymore. So it should be pretty fine. I'll probably field this next time I go. I really want to. I really want to snipe people. I have a pistol grip that's on its way coming too from China. It's been in transit for 2 weeks and I still don't have it, which it should be here by now, but it's not, so that's ticking me off too. So I hope that gets here tomorrow, but I doubt it. I'm not playing this weekend or anything. I might play the next weekend because that'll be the starting spring break, because that following week will be all spring break. So I might go that weekend or the next. Like the last weekend before school starts again. I don't know. I'd like to go, but I want my grip in, I want my bolt carrier in, and I'd like to get new trigger parts, but I don't know if I'll be able to get them in time. So yeah, stay tuned for more videos, guys. If you have any questions about the bucking, I really do like it. It seems pretty solid. The material seems good. The consistency seems good. So I would get one, to be honest. Now, the Maple Leaf ones I've heard has a really good bucking as well. And they're $8.50 on eBay when these are $5. So to be honest, I would recommend going and picking one of these up instead, getting like 2 of these, and you're only paying like $2.50 more than just getting one Maple Leaf and just keeping them. But I've only had one of these. It's not like I've had a lot, but I am happy with it. Like, the performance is good. So if I do ever go to replace another WeTech bucking in any of my guns, even a pistol, I'm going to go get another one of these Lonex buckings because it's a really good price and I'm getting some good performance out of it. And I'm thinking about getting one actually pretty soon for my WeTech P226 because I still have the stock bucking in that. So yeah, stay tuned for more videos. If you have any questions, just ask. See you guys.